Good evening, everybody. It's Stephen Howson, and this is my preview for Manchester United and Liverpool in the Europa League. I have got the Champions League music on my phone, so when the teams come out, I can play it and pretend that this is actually a significant and big, important game. Well, it is an important game, and it's just that the competition absolutely blows. And until this draw was made and we got the Scousers, no one gave a shit about it. It suddenly becomes a little bit more interesting now we face Liverpool. So, before I get into that, actually, there were 6 players in the academy that I said would be certainties for the first team. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to go and break Giggs's record, make 1,000 appearances, but these lads would, at some stage, find their way to the first team, and we'll find out whether they're going to sink or swim or not. And 2 of those were Timothy Fosu-Mensah and Marcus Rashford. There's another one of those which I think is going to be featured this week, and that's RoShaun Williams. The other 3, in fact, Joe, I'll get a graphic, I'll stick the graphic up here. Boom, there you go. Angel Gomez, Callum Gribbin and Cal Whelan. That's the 6 that I thought in January that were good enough for first team in the very near future. I actually did not expect to see half of them before the end of the season. But I do think that's probably it for now. The reason why I think RoShaun's going to be on the bench on Thursday is Timothy Fosu-Mensah can't play in the Europa League due to how long he's been at the club. And RoShaun being at the club forever, is able to be registered with ease, essentially. And when you start to weigh all the little things that's going on at the club, and one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the behind closed doors game today with Oldham was I wanted to see what the team was. And RoShaun wasn't in the team, and RoShaun's an ever-present in the team. So I've slung a couple of texts out to try and find out what's going on. Is he injured or anything like that? And it doesn't look like he's injured. So you just have to assume we've got another young man ready to make the step up. Now, a little bit of background info on him. He broke Darren Campbell's 25-year Greater Manchester 100-metre record. So quick is a little bit of an understatement with him, isn't it? Although I don't think he's got the same sort of acceleration as Marcus Rashford. And I've said this in a previous video. If I ever got the opportunity to speak to either of the lads, I want to ask them, or if I could speak to both of them at the same time and ask them, who's actually the fastest? Because on one hand, this kid's got a sprint record. But on the other hand, Marcus Rashford is like shit off a shovel, isn't he? He is absolutely rapid. So I know for a fact that they've had that race in pre-season training or in strength and conditioning. I just want to know who's the fastest because I think it's very close, and I think it might be Rashford actually, despite RoShaun having a sprint record. Now, for a 17-year-old centre-back, and he's actually got 5 years at under-21 level, for a 17-year-old centre-back, he is as composed as it's humanly possible. Very Rio Ferdinand in that sense, but not Rio Ferdinand in the other sense. Distribution could be a little bit better, but it's not bad. His tackling is great, his jockeying is great, but it's his leadership and his composure that stand him out. Every single person on that team goes off with earache because he has not shut up. Mancunian in it, just constantly on send, telling everyone, marshalling that back line. So confidence isn't a problem for him. Commanding leader, and I think if he gets his opportunity, I think he's going to shock a hell of a lot of people with how easily he slips in. I think it's going to be important who he plays alongside. But if he gets any minutes at all, at Anfield, I do not think he will be phased. I think he will just take it all in his stride. And I'm really looking forward to it. I thought it was way too soon for him. 17 years old. I think I said this about 2 weeks ago, actually, that he was the one that I thought was probably good enough, but his age was probably going to hold him back with this one. But good enough, old enough, I'll just shut my mouth because clearly the gaffer's giving out opportunities, and it's up to these lads to take them. You never know. You might have the next Rio Ferdinand on your hands. It does happen, and if they swim and they keep their place in the team, because the first team senior squad members at the moment aren't exactly pulling up trees. The opportunities are there, boys. If it comes knocking, open the door and take it. So Liverpool, they're playing absolutely shit. The same as us. They're so inconsistent that any sort of prediction on this game is just plucking a feather out your ass. So I'm not going to give any sort of prediction. I'm not going to give a prediction on how they're going to line up. I'm not going to prediction on how we're going to line up. I just hope that we're able to turn it on like we have so many times against the big teams. And not a repeat of what we saw at Arsenal away. Louis van Gaal's got a great record against Liverpool. 4 wins from 4 meetings. So I don't think we can ask for more than that, can we? I think we've got to just see if we can hit that again. But the defeat against West Brom highlighted a lot of issues with us, didn't it? That we can look back at our recent run of really good form and we can go, yeah, Midtjylland, bag of shit. We can go Shrewsbury, obviously. Watford, we were lucky. Arsenal, Arsenal just bottled it as usual, didn't they? And if we'd have beat West Brom, it would have been a real validation that we actually have turned a corner. But we've not turned a corner. Although I do think Juan Mata's sending off has to pay a little bit into that. Now are we going to see a reaction? I hope so. But evidence doesn't suggest that we will. We thought we was going to see a reaction when we lost our first game in December and then went on to lose, I think, 4 on the bounce. Every single time we turned up at the ground, we was like, we're gonna see a reaction from this. Now there will be a reaction. There was no reaction. So what do we expect to see on Thursday night? I just hope that we play with the same intensity and heart that we've shown at Arsenal, because I do think there's a little bit of an underdog element with us at the moment. So if we can play like that underdog, then I'll be happy, because it seems to suit us, this underdog role. When we're expected to win, we don't win, do we? That's what's happening with these lower 6 teams. We're expected to win and we don't. What amazes me about this Liverpool side is they have lost time and time and time again, and like ourselves, they find themselves still relatively in contention. Jurgen Klopp has had such an easy ride, such a red carpet from the UK press. He arrived on a magic carpet. He was going to sweep all before him. Then he lost as many as Rodgers did in about 7 weeks. And everybody was like, maybe this job's a little bit harder than we thought. But no one started giving him shit, because now they started saying, it's not his team though, is it? He's not put his stamp on. Give him a couple of transfer windows. Well, he got one transfer window. Nothing's changed. If anything, they've gone worse. So where does that leave Liverpool now? Well, it leaves them, he could have won a cup and that would have validated his first season, wouldn't it? Well, Manchester City won the cup. And then they turned City over the following week, which doesn't say anything about any club, because like us, Liverpool, City are exactly the same and just incredibly inconsistent. Any team that's finished in the top 4 in the last 5 or 6 years will probably win the title this season with how inconsistent everybody's being, because it's just that hard to predict. So I'm not even going to try. I was going to say, what do we think in terms of the score? I say, do you know what? Let's throw it in, because I don't have them here, but I've got a little leather Man United USB sticks, really smart. I've got 2 of them, so I'll give one of them away. Stick it in the comments if you get the team selection bang on, or you get the score bang on. I'll give one out for each. I'll give one out for the team selection. I'll give one out for the score. So get it in the comments below what you think. The best, if you get the team bang on, I'll send you one, and if you get the score bang on and first scorer, because obviously everyone can just pick 0-0, can't they? So if you give me the score and first goal scorer, I'll give that away as well. I've also got one of them hats, so the black hat I've had on recently, I've got a spare one of those which I will be giving away. So stick it in the comments, any ideas on what I should do for a giveaway for that. And that's the Liverpool preview. So stick it in the score, stick it in with the team sheet, give me some ideas of what we can do for a giveaway. The Football Manager video is delayed because there's a problem with my laptop. Probably come out at some point tomorrow, I would have thought. Whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.